We're going to be reading the Hanukkah Bear today. It's a cute little book about Hanukkah. It's one of the holidays that is celebrated in December. There's lots of different holidays that are celebrated in December. Some of the ones that we're more familiar with might be Christmas, New Year's. What else? What else do you celebrate in December that you know of? Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. We're going to be reading the Hanukkah Bear today. Boxing Day. It's a cute little book about Hanukkah. It's one of the holidays that is celebrated in December. There's lots of different holidays that are celebrated in December. Some of the ones that we're more familiar with might be Christmas, New Year's. Okay, here we go. Old Bear awoke from his winter sleep. He poked his nose outside his den. What was that? Mmm, something to eat. Old Bear's empty stomach rumbled. He shook himself all over, then lumbered out of his den to follow the delicious smell. Bubba Braina took the last potato laki from the pan and put it in the oven with the others. Bubba Braina was 97 years old and did not hear or see as well as she used to. But she still made the best potato lakis in the village. Every year at Hanukkah time, all her friends came to her house on the edge of the forest. How they loved those lakis. Baba Brena always made plenty, but tonight she made twice as many as usual. Tonight was special. Tonight, the rabbi was coming. Baba Brena hurried to get ready. Just then, she heard a thump on the door. She opened it. Rabbi, you're here early. How nice to see you. Growled Old Bear. Happy Hanukkah to you too. Please come in. A rabbi is a teacher that teaches about things that happened in the past, about scripture and religious texts. Old Bear walked into the house. I'll take your coat, Rabbi. My, how thick it is. Baba Braina tugged at Old Bear's fur. Old Bear roared. Oh, you want to keep your coat on? Well, that's all right. It is chilly in here. Old Bear's nose twitched. Thank you, Rabbi. How kind of you to say that. The latkes will taste even better than they smell. Old Bear followed his nose to the oven. Rabbi, I'm surprised at you. You know we don't eat until we light the menorah. That's all right. I know you were teasing. I'll light the candles. Will you say the blessings? Baba Braina struck a match and lit the shamay's candle. Then she lit the one for the first night. Old Bear muttered and growled. Gruff, growl, grr. Who has kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season? Oh, Rabbi, you say the blessing so beautifully. Baba Brina sat down at the table. Old Bear sat beside her. Let's play dreidel. We'll use these nuts. Old Bear cracked one with his teeth. Rabbi, you won't have any nuts for the game if you eat them. Growled Old Bear. Don't worry, I have plenty of nuts if you need more. Baba Brina spun the dreidel. It stopped on the letter Gimel. I win! Baba Brina swept the nuts into her apron. Old Bear roared. Don't be angry, Rabbi. It's only a game. She tossed him a nut. Old Bear begged for more. No, Rabbi, no more nuts. It's time for dinner. Baba Brina opened the oven door and took out a platter piled high with steaming potato latkes. Old Bear sniffed the latkes as she set them on the table. Do you prefer sour cream or jam? Baba Brina asked. Old Bear growled. Jam, I thought so. Baba Brina smeared 5 big latkes with jam and stacked them on Old Bear's plate. Old Bear gobbled them down. Baba Brina laughed. You should use a fork. You have jam all over your beard. She wet a towel and wiped Old Bear's face. I must tell you, Rabbi, you eat like a bear. I'm hungry like a bear, so I eat like one. I can see that, Baba Brina said. Old Bear ate and ate until the latkes were gone. He felt drowsy. His head flopped on Baba Brina's lap. Rabbi, you're sleepy. Who wouldn't be sleepy after such a meal? All the latkes are gone. It's time to go home. But before you leave, I have a Hanukkah present for you. Baba Brina took a red scarf from her knitting basket. She wrapped it around Old Bear's neck. I made it myself. Old Bear licked Baba Brina's face. Baba Brina blushed. Oh, Rabbi, at my age? Old Bear shuffled to the door. He growled as he walked off into the night. Good night to you too, Rabbi. Happy Hanukkah. Baba Brina was washing dishes when she heard another knock. I wonder who that is. Shalom, Baba Brina. All her friends stood at the door, wishing her a happy Hanukkah. Shalom, everybody, Baba Brina said. How nice to see you. I'm sorry, I don't have any more latkes. The rabbi came by. He ate them all. Baba Brina, don't you recognize me? It was the rabbi. The rabbi couldn't have eaten your latkes, everyone said. He's been with us in the synagogue. Baba Brina rubbed her forehead. Something strange is happening, Rabbi. I think there is an imposter going around. He looks like you. He talks like you. He even has your beard. Just then the children cried, "Look at the floor! Bear tracks! A bear!" And I thought it was the rabbi. Baba Brina had to sit down. Soon she began to giggle. That was a very clever bear, or a very foolish Baba Brina. Oh well, let the bear have a happy Hanukkah. I had a happy Hanukkah too. And so will you, dear friends. Fetch some potatoes from the cellar. Fetch my grater and bowl. Everybody has to help. You too, Rabbi. If we all work together, we'll soon have latkes for everyone. Deep in the forest, Old Bear slumbered in his den. His stomach was full of potato latkes. The warm woolen scarf was wrapped snugly around his neck. Pleasant dreams, Old Bear, and happy Hanukkah. Here is a recipe for how to make latkes. You'll need 2 cups of peeled and grated potatoes, 1 grated onion, 3 eggs beaten, 2 tablespoons of matzah meal or all-purpose flour, which is probably what we have, 1.5 teaspoons salt, 1/2 cup canola or vegetable oil for frying. We're going to place the potatoes in a cheesecloth and wring this, getting out as much of the moisture and water as you possibly can. Then in a medium bowl, you'll stir the potatoes, onions, egg, flour, and salt together. You'll need an adult to help you with this, but you're gonna cook over a very large, heavy bottom skillet, which is a big frying pan, over medium to high heat. You're gonna heat the oil until it's very hot, so you need an adult. Then you're going to place large spoonfuls of the potato mixture into the hot oil, pressing down on them with a spatula to form kind of like a pancake, maybe 1/2 inch big. You'll cook them until they're brown on one side, turn them, and brown them on the other side. After that, you put them on paper towels to drain out any of the oil. And you can serve them hot with applesauce or sour cream, or like the bear enjoyed it, with jam. Hanukkah is a Jewish festival of lights. The holiday commemorates a victory over the Greek army in 145 BCE, when the temple in Jerusalem was restored to Jewish worship. According to tradition, there was only enough sanctified oil to light the temple menorah for one day. But the oil miraculously burned for 8 days, long enough for more oil to be brought to Jerusalem. Since then, oil and light have been part of celebrating Hanukkah. The 9-branched Hanukkah lamp, the menorah, or Hanukkah, is lit each night, beginning with 1 candle and ending with 8. A servant candle called the shams is used to light the others. Foods cooked in oil are part of the Hanukkah celebration. Latkes, which are potato pancakes we just learned about. The sufganiyot, which are jelly donuts, and other traditional Hanukkah dishes. Hanukkah games are played with a four-sided top called a dreidel or sivivan. The four letters on the sides are the first letters of the Hebrew words Nes Gadol Hayasham. The words mean a great miracle happened there. We are going to make dreidels out of paper. We're going to make origami dreidels. But first, let's take the quiz. What can't Baba Brena do well? Cook, touch and taste, hear and see, or play games? She cannot hear and see very well. Very good. Who was Baba Brena expecting at the beginning of the story? A friend, a bear, the rabbi, or her father? She was expecting the rabbi. She thought that's who was at the door. What do Baba Brena and the bear do after they light the menorah? Do they play dreidel, cook supper, play basketball, or run a race? They play dreidel. What does Baba Brena cook? Cookies? Pasta like I would? Pancakes or potato latkes? Potato latkes. Yay. Can't wait to try some. What gift did Baba Brena give the bear? A sweater, a game, chocolate, or a scarf? A scarf. What do Baba Brena and her friends do at the end of the story? Do they make potato latkes together? Dance together? Like the menorah? Or play dreidel together? Make potato latkes together. Yes! Might have done the other things after, but that's what they do at the end of the story. And we scored a 100%! Yes! Now it's time to make a dreidel. Going to make a dreidel. Gonna make a dreidel. Gonna make a dreidel. Because we're really smart. Huh? Okay, so guys will need paper. And I'm going to share my screen with you. And show you exactly how we're going to make it. I have a fast version. mind and replay this a couple times. If we need to, we can just pause it. Okay. So we need to have a square piece of paper. If you don't have a square piece of paper,
my little
cut
miracle
off a little
is
piece of
Beckett.
it. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so if you have a regular piece of paper, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna fold it down from the top. The important part is to make sure that you flatten it out really flat like that so it has a nice crease. Then that extra piece, you can cut it off. And now you have a perfect square. If you need to pause it, you can. Okay, then you're gonna fold up the square into a triangle. Open it and fold it in half. You have a rectangle. Make sure you're making those creases really good. Then fold it the other way. Make another crease. Then open it. Take one corner and fold it up till it touches the middle. The other side, it's going to start to kind of look like an envelope. Other side comes up. And then the last little triangle part comes up. Should have a nice flat square. Fold down the top right corner till the middle. Turn it and fold it down again. Turn and fold. Turn and fold. Make sure the crease is really good. Okay, then you're gonna fold it down into half. Flatten it out really good. So it's nice and crisp sides. Then we're gonna fold down the top right corner and fold down the top left corner so it makes a nice little triangle. Kind of looks like a tent. Now you're going to be able to make it open and close like that. And you fold it down, bringing in the other corners. And it should start to look like this little diamond. Okay, hold your diamond up and fold down the flap, which is the top triangle, on both sides. Now you place it down and fold up the triangle. Do the same to this other side. Same to the back. And the other side across. Okay, then fold and unfold, fold and unfold, so it kind of gets stuck there. The top is going to come down on both sides. And here's our little dreidel. It's okay if it's not perfect. Should have a point on the side and enough room for you to put in a little toothpick or a round little craft swindle. We're going to use a pretzel stick for ours, so you could even use a pencil or a flattened out paper clip, depending on how you're doing it. And I'll show you, I usually sing a song and write letters on each part of the dreidel.
Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play. I made my first dreidel out of some clay. I painted on symbols, then I put it away.
Symbols.
The clay had all hardened and the paint was all dried. I looked at my dreidel and what a surprise. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play. The dreidel was spinning, spinning all by itself. I watched in amazement as it spun off the shelf. It was spinning so fast then that it looked like a top. But there was one problem, it just wouldn't stop. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play. It spun to the kitchen and then it bounced on the floor. Flew
So,
right by my
traditionally you spin it,
window, then right
and
out the door.
if it lands on that certain letter,
It spun down the stairs
you
then,
get to take whatever
but
was
it didn't go far.
You can bet like nuts.
It just started
pennies, quarters,
digging a
and
big
when it's your
hole
turn,
in
you
my
spin it.
yard.
If it's on the right letter, you win.
Dreidel, dreidel,
If it's not, then the
dreidel, I
other
made
person
it
has
out
to
of
go,
clay.
and they get to
And when
spin.
it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dried and ready, oh dreidel we will play.
Okay. I hope you get to make one and you get to play. And I do want to show you just one more thing. Okay, so I want you guys to be able to know exactly how to play. I'm going to show you one more video that explains exactly how to play.
Flat marbles. You can get them in like the floral arranging section of Michael's, or actually I got
You
mine
can
at
use
Dollar Tree.
marbles, you can use
They
pennies,
look really
quarters.
beautiful as decoration as well. Take your small items and divide them evenly among everyone at the table. And then everyone is going to take one and put it into the center to create the pot. And now it's time to take turns spinning.
So everyone
If
begins
you
with
get
one.
a none, you are going to do nothing. It'll just move along to the next person. Gimel is the best. You get everything that's in the center. So scoop that, put it in your personal stash, and then everyone will take one item and put it back into the center to replenish that stash. Hey, you get half. This is my favorite as a mom because it's really great to teach my kids visually what half looks like. And shin, you put one in. You keep going around and around until someone runs out, and then they're out of the game. The last one standing is the winner. If you are less concerned with winning and more concerned with just playing, you can actually replenish that center pot from an outside source, and that'll keep your game going longer. If you have any questions, or if your family plays a little differently, I would love to know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.
Okay, so that's how you play. You can rewatch it if you want to see exactly how the letters are shaped or what they mean and what each of them does. I hope you get to play, and send me a picture or a video of you playing your dreidel. We are also going to make ours out of marshmallows and pretzel sticks. And I'll show you that a little later as soon as I get it done. Okay? Have fun.